Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome and please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell below. Very excited for today's beer. It's a local beer, which I want to be doing more of. So really excited to kind of be kicking that off. So a couple nights ago, my wife and I were out to dinner, and we both had our own flights, so 8 beers total. And we both had a clear winner, and it was from these guys, and it was a berry smoothie. So it had, I think it was 3 different kinds of berries. All pureed and then put into this 7% ABV fruited beer, and it had lactose as well, and it really tasted a lot like a smoothie. It was sweet without being overly sweet. You could easily forget you were drinking a beer. When it was on my flight, so my wife tried it. She's like, yeah, it drinks like a healthy shake, like it has the berries. For sure coming through and all that. And with that lactose, there was some of that sweetness, that creaminess. And it was just a killer beer. I end up, usually when we go out to this particular place, we just do a flight each and that's it. But she was driving, so I had another beer and had a full pour of that. But anyway, so while I was there, I sent these guys a message on Instagram, just like, hey, I just had this beer. It's amazing. Do you guys do can releases or is it just kegs? And they're about 40 minutes from me. So they got right back to me and they're like, yeah, beers like that are tap room only. We do have some stuff we distribute, cans, and then certainly sixtels make their way around where I live. So I was like, cool. He goes, yeah, if you ever, it was the owner / brewer. He's like, if you're ever here, let me know ahead of time and show you around. I said, well, I can come tomorrow. And he's like, yeah. So we figured it out. I went up there, had a great time. Him and 2 other brewers, were showing me around as they were brewing some beers. Really cool guys. He's actually the guy pictured here. So yeah, great time. Thanks again for the hospitality. Really appreciate that. So this is not the same berry beer I had before, but it's somewhat similar. It's in the same series they do. This is their Totes McGoates. I think it's pretty obvious where they're drawing inspiration for this label. And if I remember correctly, all these beers are around 50% oats in the mash, flaked oats, hence the name and the label. And this one, and according to a YouTube video, I am going to pronounce this correctly, Acai, Acai bowl. I don't know if you can see the can art up here or not, but I had 2 of those when I was out in San Diego a few weeks ago, and they're delicious. I looked up how to make them myself, and I definitely plan on doing it in the future. What's in this beer? So it's an oat ale, shocker from what I just said. Again, what great name, Totes McGoates. Oh, it's Artisanal Brewworks is the name of the brewery. Anyway, it's an oat ale with raspberry, banana, and acai. It looks like how you make it, like the actual bowl is you get, I guess you get the actual berries. Or you get like this powder and then you mix it with banana and like puree it up and you put fruit and stuff on top. Honey was common out there, peanut butter. I did have one of these last night and it's very good. I did not have one at the brewery. I just said, I think I'm going to like it based on that berry one and bought a 4-pack. So did have it last night, really liked it and super excited to be reviewing it proper. They pureed those fruits, I should say, as well. So a lot of contact. It's not like one of those like from The Answer or something. Oh, and this is Kurt, the guy, again, who showed me around. This is the other owner who was not there. Both are or were teachers like I am, which is cool. You can see the head went down very quickly. Speaking of puree, so it was pureed, so a lot of contact with the fruit. But it's not like The Answer or one of those kind of beers where it's like super puree in the glass itself. So no head, as you saw, that went away almost immediately. But you can definitely tell this beer came into contact with pureed fruit. Like it's hard to get that color without doing something like that. There was a woman buying a 4-pack next to me, and she was a big fan of that berry one as well as we were talking. And she had said, and it's so true, I know I haven't had a sip yet, I haven't really described too much about it. She said it has that fruit, but you can still taste the beer. Like you still know you're drinking a beer. And again, that berry smoothie one, it was so close to a smoothie, it was hard to tell you're drinking a beer. And I think that's so accurate. And again, haven't even started actually doing it on camera. So yeah, that's what it looks like. I don't know why I poured it to the top, because now I'm going to be afraid the whole time I'm going to spill it. But yeah, that beautiful purple color for sure. Let's see about the aroma. You get some of that tartness you get in berries, you know, so it's not, again, super surprising it has raspberries in it, for example. They can be a very sweet fruit, but there's, you know, that level of raspberry tartness. So you definitely get that coming through. This does not have lactose in it, so you don't get like that vanilla or that added sweetness. So it doesn't come across like smoothie smelling. But yeah, definitely this fruited, the closest thing I can think of is like, and this is high praise, would be like New Glarus's raspberry tart. There is some level of sweetness there, though. Don't, like, you know, misunderstand me. You do get a little bit of the alcohol coming through. It is 7% as well. I should have said that. So you get a little bit of that alcohol warmth, and then you get that like beer aroma again. So you definitely, even from the aroma, know this is a fruited beer, not just fruit pureed up. Let's see about the taste. Cheers. I mean, yeah, it's delicious. It's so spot on with what I was just saying, the aroma as well. You get some of that raspberry tart, which I think that acai as well, contributes to that. And you get just enough of this like banana sweetness. I get it up front a little bit, and then in the finish a little bit again. Like it kind of goes away with it, some of that tartness, and kind of comes back. There's this doughy, little bit like yeasty thing towards the finish as well, which I think then again lends itself to you're drinking a beer. Like it has that taste for sure. That tartness, it's not puckering, it's not, like overly making you salivate like a sour ale or something, or something that's, pretty darn tart, but it's just enough there. I guess you do salivate a little extra maybe from it. The alcohol presence, similar to the aroma, that it's just enough there that combined with that yeasty doughiness reminds you, yeah, this actually is a beer with a lot of fruit, not just, again, like a fruit juice, and that's it. It's not tricking you into thinking you're just drinking juice. The oats, make it definitely have a nice mouthfeel. And again, that berry one having the oats and the lactose was a little closer to smoothie. When you have those bowls, the base, is kind of smoothie, frozen for like a little, almost like a soft ice cream consistency, and eats kind of like that. So you do have some texture there. It's that smoothie that has been frozen at like a soft serve ice cream level. You do get some texture. You know what I'm saying? Some of that mouthfeel, I guess you could say about. I've never said that about something like that. But you get a little bit of that in here with that oat for sure. I don't know what hops or anything are in there, but with the other fruits going on, I get just a kiss of citrus, kind of like navel zest, or clementine, like somewhere in the orange family zest, and maybe a little bit of citrus fruit as well. But it really is as advertised with the stuff in there. As I said, towards the top of this video, and I've said several times, you're drinking a beer. It's definitely a fruited beer. It's freaking delicious. I'm glad I grabbed a 4-pack. Definitely want to do more local beers and mix them in with the other stuff I've been doing and will continue to do. I do have another beer from these guys I'll be doing at some point, so definitely be on the lookout for that. So Artisanal, Acai, Bowl, Totes, McGoates. Check me out on Instagram Untapped. No hype beer reviews at both those places. So always please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.